Welcome to Maths for Graduates. Today we'll see Cauchy's general principle of convergence. It states that a sequence is convergent if and only if it is Cauchy. That means if sequence an is convergent, then sequence an is Cauchy. And if sequence an is Cauchy, then sequence is convergent. Okay, so let's prove this statement in both the directions. First, if sequence an is convergent, then we have to show that sequence an is Cauchy. Okay, I have already told you the definition of convergent sequence and Cauchy sequence. Let me recall those definitions. A sequence converges to some real number L when for any positive epsilon you will find some natural number m such that modulus of an minus L less than epsilon whenever n is greater than or equals to m. Okay, and sequence is said to be Cauchy when for any positive epsilon you will find some natural number m such that modulus of an minus ap less than epsilon whenever n and p greater than or equals to m. The graphical representation of convergent sequence is something like this. For this epsilon you have m somewhere here. Okay, now consider some natural number n and p greater than or equals to m. Okay, so you can suppose p somewhere here. So this is natural number p and n somewhere here. So this is natural number n. Okay, and this point will be ap and this will be an. Okay, here this red horizontal line is the limit of the sequence L. Okay, and you can see distance between L and AP is less than epsilon, and distance between AN and L is also less than epsilon. Okay, so I can write AN minus L is less than epsilon when n is greater than or equals to m, and distance between AP and L is less than epsilon when p is greater than or equals to m. Okay, now let's find modulus of an minus ap. Okay, this equals to modulus of an minus ap subtracting L and adding L. Okay, so applying the property of modulus, I can write this as less than equals to an minus L plus modulus of L minus ap. Okay, now from these two equations substituting epsilon, so we have an minus ap less than epsilon for plus epsilon. Okay, so this will be modulus of an minus ap less than 2 epsilon. Okay, so here you can see for this positive value, okay, that means for this positive value for this new epsilon, okay, say this equals to epsilon prime. Okay, so for this positive epsilon prime we have m. Okay, and n and p here greater than or equals to m. Okay, so for this positive value epsilon prime we have m such that modulus of an minus ap is less than 2 epsilon, that equals to epsilon prime. Okay, so this satisfying the condition of Cauchy sequence. Okay, hence sequence an is Cauchy. Okay, now let's prove in another direction, that is if an is Cauchy, then show that sequence an is convergent. Okay, then by the definition of Cauchy sequence, we have for any positive epsilon, you will have some natural number m such that modulus of an minus ap is less than epsilon whenever n and p is greater than or equals to m. Okay, I can also write this equation as ap minus epsilon is less than an less than ap plus epsilon for all n comma p greater than or equals to m. Okay, now I can say after the term am, every element of the sequence is bounded, and it is bounded between ap minus epsilon and ap plus epsilon. Now let's check what is going on before the element am. I mean, is it bounded or not? To make it more easy, let me explain it to you graphically. You can see in this graph, after the element am, all are lying inside this yellow region, hence they are bounded and they are infinite in number. So we have infinite number of elements after the term am. That means before am we have finite number of elements. So among those finite number of elements we can find supremum and infimum. Now let me write those finite number of elements of the sequence. So a1, a2, a3, an minus 1, am minus 1, ap minus epsilon and ap plus epsilon. Okay, suppose this is set S. Okay, now if infimum of this set S is small m and supremum of this set is capital M, then this small m and capital M will be the supremum and infimum of the given sequence. Okay, hence an will be less than capital M and it will be greater than small m for all n belongs to natural number. Okay, hence sequence an is bounded. Okay, and we know that from Bolzano-Weierstrass theorem of sequence, every bounded sequence has a limit point. Every bounded sequence has a limit point. Now suppose L be the limit point of the sequence. Okay, suppose L be the limit point of sequence an. Okay, and from the definition of limit point of sequence, in every neighborhood of L there should be infinite number of elements of the sequence. Okay, now consider some neighborhood of L minus xi, L plus xi. Okay, so in this neighborhood there should be infinite number of elements of an, and we know that after the element am, all the terms of the sequence lying inside this range. Okay, mathematically I can write for all n greater than or equals to m, an belongs to ap minus epsilon, ap plus epsilon. Okay, and in this neighborhood all the elements of the sequence are lying. All the elements of the sequence an is lying after the term am. Okay, now from these two conditions you can conclude this L must lie inside this yellow region. Okay, suppose L is lying somewhere here, this is L. Okay, now you can find for any positive value, say xi prime, for this positive xi prime you can find some natural number, say m prime. Okay, so for this m prime, modulus of an minus L less than xi prime for all n greater than equals to m prime. Okay, and this is the definition of convergence of sequence. Okay, hence an is convergent, hence an is convergent. Okay, so we have proved if an is Cauchy, then an is convergent. Now this completes the proof of the given theorem. So this video ends here. If you really find this proof different and amazing, then show your support by subscribing the channel and also hit the bell icon. Thank you. Thanks for watching.